Something tells me that this is not just regular fog. There are particles floating around. We wore masks just to be on the safe side. See the particles. What the hell is that?
What's hiding in the fog? Let's take a closer look. What is that? Is that an orb or something hidden? In 2016, Russia covered an entire city in fog for a military exercise. Chemical fog has been used by militaries for years now to hide infrastructure. Could the UK fog be a military exercise resulting from the 2025 risk assessment? Maybe just weather, but with reports of strange smells with the fog maybe. Keep an open mind. Look behind the curtain, or in this case, look above the fog. Smoke and mirrors, people. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
This is Daytona Beach Shores, Florida at 1:45 p.m. today, and you can see the fog rolling in from two directions, but not in the middle part here where I'm about to show you. And then the next video that's about to come up right after this one is the balcony view, and you can't even see the ocean at all. And you can see this big ring here, very strange, and it all just happened in a matter of about 15 minutes. Keep in mind there's no rain forecasted. It's not very cold outside. This is just very unusual to see and a very random time for fog to just appear. This is Daytona Beach Shores, Florida.
The first couple days we came to the beach, I thought this was completely beautiful. When we walked out, it was just so different. Now, third day, I'm wondering what really is going on. I mean, should I have my kids out here?
Can someone explain to me why in Manchester we've had nothing but fog for 4 days now? 4 days in a row. Normally, just behind these buildings, I can see for miles out of my window, but I haven't been able to see past these buildings here, barely seeing this main road since the 23rd of December. It's now the 27th. And I know what fog is, and I've seen fog before, but I don't think ever in my life I have seen fog like this, like a blanket covering for 4 days in a row. And it's not even like it's disappeared and then come back. It's literally just been like this constantly since the 23rd of December. Is it just me, or is that not normal? I mean, if it wasn't for the lights there and the headlights, I probably wouldn't be able to see that road at all. Earlier on today, genuinely couldn't see a thing. I literally feel like I live in a Stephen King film. But yeah, it's pretty weird. Has anyone else ever seen this before? Has anyone else ever seen 4 days, even longer, of fog continuously? Get it in the comments. But yeah, I've never seen this before. What is going on?
What you say, if you think that is normal fog for 3-4 days straight, then I honestly don't know what to show you or tell you anymore. When have you ever seen fog like that? What is that in the air? These motherfuckers are up in the sky every day spraying left, right and centre. And some of you need to start waking up because it is not normal.
So you're telling me that an abnormal fog pops up all over the United States and is being reported in Europe as well, with these particles that are flying around that are not snow or moisture, have a chemical smell, and are leaving a white residue in some areas. And some people who have been exposed to the fog are falling ill with the same illness of inflamed sinuses, can't sleep, loss of appetite, and people think this is just a normal cold and flu and has nothing to do with this abnormal fog? Okay.
So I'm supposed to be going to Paris, like now. We plan to go to Paris. In this weather, like girlie, it's mad foggy. Like what the fuck is this? What is this?
So I was in Italy on New Year's Day, and this crazy fog just rolled in out of nowhere. We had this blue skies, and then this mist came in, and it smelled kind of perfumed, and then the whole place enveloped into this fog. I'm not in Italy right now. I'm actually in Belgrade, Serbia. And when that happened, I checked the air quality in Italy, and it was about 124 unhealthy air. And I was curious what was the cause, because it seemed very suspicious. Like I hadn't seen anything like it before. I went and looked at the map, and all of Africa pretty much was just dangerous air. And then I noticed that Belgrade, Serbia was purple unhealthy air. And actually, a few days later, I was planning on going there, and I had a friend there that I'm visiting, and he tells me this isn't normal. And I was wondering what was happening, and he doesn't even know. And then I started looking online, and in the UK, they've been grounding airplanes because of this weird fog. In the US, in different parts, they're getting this weird fog. It's very suspicious in combination with the drones and the UFOs in the US. Strange. And then apparently there seems to be some sort of virus outbreak that's happening in China. And all of it seems very concerning. Like, is it a biological warfare sort of situation? Something just doesn't feel right when you add it all together. But this is right now, what are we? What's the date? January 4? January 4th. So, that's the scene.
Alright, so it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it smells not right. And I'm 41. I've been through fog. This is something different. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that.
Dense fog in the UK and Europe is causing severe travel disruptions, with Ryanair warning all passengers to check their flight status for updates, as many flights are being delayed, cancelled and diverted due to the poor weather conditions. Gatwick Airport is currently the #1 airport in the world with the most disruptions, with both departures and arrivals being affected. At Manchester Airport, more than 40 flights have been delayed or cancelled as a result of the dense fog. Manchester Airport is the second most disrupted airport in the world today, and in third place is London Heathrow. Let me know if you have fog in your other area right now. I just took this photo a few minutes ago. The fog's pretty bad over here.
So yesterday I made a video about the fog. You know, there's this fog phenomenon going on worldwide where people are like in dense fog, misty fog. They could taste it. It tastes weird. Well, I woke up Sunday here in Los Angeles and the fog was so dense I couldn't see across the street. Yesterday I made a video, Monday. It was like a misty fog. So here we are, Tuesday morning, and I'm going to show you what the fog looks like in Los Angeles again. I've lived in Los Angeles half my life. I've never seen fog like this. Let me show you what it looks like today. Pretty foggy again. It's been like this for quite some time. On top of that, everybody I know is hacking their lungs up with something. And you're not hearing too much about the Dior bags, huh? Not like you were a few weeks ago. And I just heard a report on the TV that they're not flying planes out of LAX because of the fog. They can't take off. They can't take off in the UK because of the fog. And how many plane incidents did we have in the last 3-4 days? One went down, well, there was an incident in South Korea. There was one in Canada, Nova Scotia. Just a lot weird shit going on with this fog. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, so here's the fog in Montana. This is not normal even for Montana. It was not like this 20 minutes ago. Yes, it is snowing, but in between the snow, you can see like this misty, like steam thing. And then my husband said that there's this smell of like burning plastic. I can't smell shit right now because I'm like all stuffed up. I'm sick. But this fog is crazy. This is not normal.
So I went ahead and asked ChatGPT about this fog, and it turns out it's worse than we thought. First, I started asking about smart dust and if that could simulate fog, but ChatGPT said that it was too heavy, that it couldn't float in the air like fog does. Then I started asking about if fog can increase the risk of respiratory disease or viruses and that kind of thing. It said yes, that the moisture will surround bacteria, viral germs, and that kind of thing, and people breathe it in, then they get sick. And then the fact that it's encapsulated in the droplets makes it linger even longer and can travel all over the place. Same with allergens. So you could have different diseases. You could have viruses on one side of the earth. You could have allergic reaction to pollen on the other, and that kind of thing. It just depends on the area in which this fog is. I said the duration of the fog is like 2 weeks. So 2 weeks or longer. And it said that if the conditions of the atmosphere are consistent all over the place and there's no wind, then it could last more than 2 weeks. But that's rare. I also described next that the particles in the fog were a little bit larger than normal, and the atmosphere was about, the temperature was about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, in most of the places that existed. I also put in the description that the fog doesn't burn off in the sunlight, even in warm sunlight. And it came back with an answer. Barring a nuclear winter scenario, which I don't think we've experienced a nuclear war yet, the only two other possibilities could be volcanic aerosols and major atmospheric disturbances. So, barring an asteroid hitting the Earth and a volcano erupting, creating a global ash heap, the last three alternatives were kind of interesting. A bioengineering experiment where reflective particles are sprinkled all over the atmosphere to deflect the sunlight and cooling the temperature of the Earth. ChatGPT said this could be the reason that the particles are large. A global volcanic event is about to take place where aerosols are being seeped out from the ground, or an unprecedented global atmospheric shift. Now, this cold front coming next week, where half the country is going to be in below freezing temperatures, could be the beginning of a sub-zero freezing event.
We're gonna look at the sky together, and you're gonna tell me if it looks like a normal sky. Mind you, it has looked like this for days. I can't see anything in the sky because there is something covering it. What is this? I am in South Florida and you cannot see shit. You literally, like, besides like the street lights, like truly, the whole sky is fogged out. I'm in South Florida. I know that this is happening in other states because I see your posts. What's going on? And this is just at night. It's been like this during the day, every day, 4 days. When I go outside to take a walk, it feels dystopian. Everything around me looks gray. I have not seen any sunshine whatsoever. I know that this is happening in other states because I see your posts. So it's just like, what is going on? Is this to cover up the Dior bags? Is this like, let me know what you think in the comments, because I know other people are noticing this.
I posted a video earlier about the fog that we had here in Pennsylvania, and it's happening all over the world. Long story short, I firmly believe that these Dior bags, were spraying some sort of a perfume. Because I'm an asthmatic. If you're an asthmatic, or if you have any type of lung issues, you guys understand that you know when the air is off. Okay? And I just feel like I was smelling some sort of like a chemical or something a couple of weeks ago. I don't know, you guys, it's odd. Everybody's getting sick. People are getting pneumonia. I mean, it is wintertime, I get that. But you guys know that something has not been right. And I have not felt very good. I'm telling you, I have not felt very good with my lungs. I've been waking up multiple times throughout the night using my inhaler. Did not have to do that before, and now I do. So you tell me.